and welcome to Storytime with Miss Morgan here at the Tennessee State Museum. I am so glad to see you. Can you believe we are almost through the month of November? That is crazy. So before we get started, let's check our schedule. We need to go sing our song. You guys ready? Let's go. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself. Say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job. You guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right. So remember, we're going to sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good, 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 good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, you guys. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did beautifully. All right, so let's take off our welcome song. And now it's time for story time. So do you remember how last week we read The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush because it is Native American History Month? Well, today I thought we would read At the Mountain's Base because it is a story about a Cherokee family. And here in Tennessee, the Cherokee tribe was a very big and important tribe here in our state. So let's get started. At the mountain's base. At the mountain's base grows a hickory tree. Beneath this sits a cabin. Do you see the cabin? Ooh, hickory trees are very strong. And in that cabin lies a cozy kitchen where a stove's fire warms. On that stove simmers savory goodness in well-worn pans. I can almost smell that picture. Smells delicious. By those pans sits a grandma weaving. Do you see the grandmother and her granddaughter? And whirring. Do you see how she's weaving all of these colors together? Around the grandma gathers a family, tending and singing. So let's see, it looks like she might be doing something with a spool. That's that helps with the yarn when you're weaving. And she looks like she's drinking some hot chocolate or maybe some coffee. She's probably helping by singing. With their song unfolds a battle, testing and demanding. Look, there's a female pilot. In that battle soars a plane, climbing and diving. Inside that plane flies a pilot, protecting and defending. Within that pilot forms a prayer, pleading for peace. Because at the mountain's base, beneath the hickory tree, sits a cabin. And in that cabin huddles a family waiting for her return. The end. Look who's coming home. It's the pilot. I really think this is a beautiful book. And one of the things I really like is how, as we read the story, did you guys notice how in all the pages we have the weaving that the grandmother is doing? So anytime on a lot of these pages, see there's the weaving right here, and in that very last page, you can see the weaving in her lap and how she's weaving everything together. And so that family is weaving together their love and their hope and their prayers for their family member who is fighting. And it's such a beautiful story about family and how you lean on one another in tough times. And in the Cherokee tradition, weaving is a really important skill and one that's very valued. And so that is what we're going to do our art today. So before we do art, let's check our schedule. Let's take off story time. So it's now time for activity. So in our story, the grandmother is weaving. So I thought we would weave our own pictures today. So you'll need construction paper and scissors. So we will provide the step-by-step instruction along with our Storytime activity sheet today. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and weave it in and out of another piece of paper. And you can have, I have 3 colors, you could just do 2 colors. It's really up to you because it's your picture. But in our story here, the family's waiting for their family member to come home. And so that gave me the idea is how sweet would this be and how fun if you were to send this picture to a friend. So maybe your friend, you haven't really seen them in a long time, lives across town. So ask mom and dad, or maybe a big brother or big sister, if they could drive you to the person's house and you could put this on in their mailbox for them. Maybe leave a sweet note on it. I think that'd just be really nice because sometimes we all just need a little reminder that people are thinking about us and that we are loved. And the other thing you could do is you could take your piece of construction paper. So this is a piece that's cut in half. This is my whole piece. And I stapled it and I made a little basket. And so another fun thing you could do is you could make a compliment basket. So you could hang this maybe on your kitchen door or maybe stick it to the refrigerator, and you could leave compliments for the people who live with you. So maybe one night your brother makes a really scrumptious dinner. So you could leave him a little compliment, and then at the end of the week you guys could take them out and read them at dinner time, or maybe if you're doing something else. So it's kind of a fun way to kind of remind people you live with all the things that they do. So have fun with it though. You can even, I guess, make this a purse if you wanted to, but have fun and just be creative. It's a really cool art we can do, especially now that it's getting kind of gloomy outside and kind of chilly. It's a kind of a fun art to do inside. So it's now time for artifacts. Let's take off our activity time. So this week we have 2 artifacts. So if you look right here, we'll see our first one. This is a painting from our collection here, and it shows the village of Tokwa. That was one of our Cherokee villages here in Tennessee, and I like it because you can see mountains in the background, and there's tall trees, so I like to think it's kind of like the cabin in our story that was under the mountain and underneath that hickory tree. And our second artifact is our basket here. This basket was woven by a Cherokee artist here in Tennessee, and I just think it is so pretty. And it's just one of those great examples of Cherokee weaving again. So you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. And guess what? I'll see you next week at Storytime with Miss Morgan. Bye, guys.